What's going on, YouTube? How's everybody doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Figured I'd give you guys one more little for the road, right? One more what's going on for the road, because I am making this video to explain what all videos are for, right? It's to explain myself. I'm not gonna get on here and attack anybody or try to start or finish any kind of drama or anything like that. I'm just gonna get on here and kind of basically, it's 10:42 on the 9th of September 2025. So the reason I'm making this video is because for the first time ever, right, I've left YouTube a lot of times, and for the first time ever I left YouTube, and when I left, I had people commenting and saying, hey, how are you doing? Hey, I hope everything's okay. Hey, what happened? Hey, where you been? Hey. And I've actually had comments, people asking in other people's videos and comment sections that I comment on. I've been seeing it, right? I've been seeing a lot of where you been. And so I guess it's been about 9 days since I made a video, and I've technically, quote unquote, been retired for like 7 days. 7 days since I've been retired. I'm not really retired. I've just been thinking about stuff, contemplating things, and I just, that combined with, I had a video today that got taken down for a privacy complaint. So, which was honestly either done by Trucking Together or Trucking Unfiltered, because that's what the video was about, right? It was a video about Trucking Together and Trucking Unfiltered, right? So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not accusing anybody. I don't know who did it. It don't tell you, hey, so and so did this. I'm not gonna fight it, because I probably did. I don't necessarily remember putting anybody's name out there or anybody's address or anything like that, but YouTube said they reviewed it, and it fell inside of their privacy concerns. So I'm gonna give it probably till sometime tomorrow, because it's Tuesday now, and I'll probably give it till tomorrow, maybe this weekend. I don't know. If I get another one before this weekend, I'll take everything down. I'm not gonna delete anything. I'll just make it all private. I probably need to do that anyway, but that's what's going on, right? And maybe that's an overreaction, but if I'm already sitting here and I'm already not really having any fun doing the videos anymore, but I mean, because look, honestly, I'm honestly like, I've been at this place for a while where I don't like getting on here and just walking the dog on people, right? I don't like that. Now, I am good at it, right? I've got a very specific set of skills that were developed through being in the Army, working in a prison, working in factories, being a truck driver. So I've got a very decent skill set when it comes to just dog walking people, right? And that's what I built this channel on, is just dog walking people. And I don't want to do it anymore. I haven't wanted to do it anymore. Now, I will say that I did have a lot of fun bashing Trucking Unfiltered. And that's wrong, right? That's wrong of me. I should not have had so much fun doing that. But you guys know, if you've watched all my videos, that I've kind of been on this path. And what I do on YouTube doesn't line up with who I feel like I am or who I want to be. Right? I'm basically a poser. Because I'm getting on here and I'm bashing people and I'm bashing people and I'm bashing people. And I don't have no ill will towards these people, right? Like I said, I did have a lot of fun just dunking on Trucking Unfiltered. I did. But honestly, like, I don't even think that was that bad, because, and he can deny it if he wants to, I still have the video. He was sitting on his front porch and he pretty much asked me, hey, Billy, let's make videos back and forth. Now, I'm paraphrasing here. So, you know, if you want to get in the comments and say, well, actually, Billy, I didn't say that, and that. Actually, I did. I never said those exact words ever. If you want to get in there and say that, dude. I'm paraphrasing. And if I wanted to, I could go get the clip and put it in here right now. I have it. It's on my channel right now. It's probably still, unless it was in that video that got taken down, it's still on my channel right now. Right? But you asked me, you said, hey, let's make some money. Let's make some money as long as we're all having fun, as long as we keep it civilized, right? Which I always did. I always kept it civilized. I never talked about anybody's names. I never put any, well, maybe I did. Like I said, I don't think I did. But if the video got privacy struck and taken down for privacy reasons, I did something wrong. And for that, I'm sorry, right? I don't know what I did wrong. Sometimes I make these videos and I get heated, and I get, not heated, but I get in the moment and I just blah, 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 blah. And maybe I slipped something in there, and for that, I apologize. That's not a very good apology, because YouTube does not actually tell me why they took it down. So I can't apologize for a specific thing. But if YouTube says it happened, it probably happened, right? But I tried to keep it civilized, like you kind of set the ground rules. I didn't always keep it super civilized, right? Like I talked a lot of smack, but you did ask me to, so that one I don't feel as bad about. But I did do something wrong there, so it is what it is. But like I said, man, I don't want to get on here and bash nobody, right? I just want to get on here and kind of say that even if I'm not making YouTube videos, I'm okay, right? I've got a great life. I've got great friends. I've got good stuff going on right now in my life. Really good stuff that you guys don't care about at all, right? And if you do care about it, I've got another YouTube channel that I did not build on getting on YouTube, getting out of character, and cussing people out, right? I do have another channel, right? And I could probably be more positive on here, but that's not why you guys are here. You guys aren't here for positive Billy, right? And that other channel, before I forget about it, it's my name, right? Billy Rains. Billy Rains is my name, and that's the name of that channel. BILLYRAINES. I'm not stopping because I'm scared of anybody. I'm not stopping because anybody ran me off. Right? I'm stopping because the reasons that I started all this stuff aren't there anymore. And I want to be able to look myself in the mirror and not lie to myself, right? Not lie to myself and say, it's just entertainment. You're just an actor, right? You're just performing skits on a YouTube channel, talking smack about people, right? Like it's not real. Like you're not really affecting these people's lives. You know, you're not that bad. You know what I mean? You're a good guy. You're a good guy. You're just doing this stuff to make people laugh. Right? Like, I don't want to have to sit there and explain and sit here and explain to myself why I'm doing this. And I probably need to quit commenting on stuff, right? Because because I've done so much messed up stuff on here that now if I comment on something, people are automatically defensive, right? Like I was watching a Big Belly Bumbles video today, right? Everybody knows I love watching me some Big Belly Bumbles. I like it. I like watching it. And I probably won't stop watching it. I will definitely stop commenting because I got on there and I wasn't trying to like I'm trying to stop. You know what I'm saying? It's like, did I make a video when Steven was driving down the road trying to bait me into making a video, holding his phone in his hand, driving down the road? No, I didn't make a video about that. I didn't criticize him because I'm trying to do better, right? So I get on there and I comment, hey, look, and I'm paraphrasing again, so nobody can come in my comments and say, well, actually, Billy, I never said that. Actually, I said this. I don't care, right? I basically said, hey, I'm watching the whole video, trying to support the channel. Just wanted to let you know, brother, that your audio is really bad. And of course, old Ruthie B comes in there, right? And she's like, well, actually, I can hear Steven just fine. And yeah, I agree. I could hear him also, but I could not understand a word he was saying because his engine was running at like, and I'm going to exaggerate here, 9 million RPMs, right? So I could not understand him. Now, maybe you weren't attacking me, right? And maybe I deserve it. You know what I'm saying? But you're like, well, maybe you're, you know, I don't know, pretty much implying that I can't hear him. Maybe I can. I did 6.5 years in the Army in the field artillery branch of the military. I shot guns, you know, all that stuff, right? So my hearing may not be that good. But I know for a fact that audio was not, I couldn't understand it. And then there was a whole part of the video where you're driving around a parking lot with no audio at all. Which, hey, look, if that's the kind of content you want to make, who am I to judge, right? Because you know your audience better than anybody, right? I was just commenting to support you, right? And what do? You attack me for it, right? And I get it, because I've been really negative towards you. So why would you not be defensive if I feel like I'm helping you out? Right? But I was not, I don't know, like I wasn't hating or anything like that. I watched the whole video even though I couldn't understand what they were saying. It is what it is, right? And just like Augustine Ramos, right? Like, he makes a video, and like, I'm not conceited enough to think it's about me, right? Even though I am a married man, right? I'm not conceited enough to think that he made that video about me. So I'm not going to get on here and talk about how great my life is and how great my marriage is, right? I don't need to defend that. I know what it is. It is what it is, right? But, and to be honest, I'm sitting here and I'm kind of taking it for what it is, right? Because this is rage bait, right? Like, he's making this video to get a response. And used to, I would have responded. And I guess technically I'm kind of responding now, right? Like technically I am responding. But I leave a comment on there. I try to, like, I left 2 comments. One of them I was trying to be funny, right? Because he's kind of talking about gang banging and like him being associated with like affiliated and drive-bys and like street stuff. And like, I could be wrong. He just doesn't strike me as that dude, right? Maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he is, right? But he's talking woo, 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 woo. And I just think it's funny. And I'm like, hey, man, what gang are you affiliated with, right? Just being funny. Like, I don't think he's actually a gang member. And then, I watch a little bit more and I leave another comment where I'm like, basically, like I said, I'm paraphrasing again. This isn't an exact quote, but I basically say something along the lines of like, hey, man, like, marriage isn't all bad, like, just like all single people aren't one thing, or all this people, like, there's a range, right? There's a spectrum, right? There are really miserable married people. There's really miserable single people. There's really happy married people. There's really happy single people, right? It's basically what I was saying. So he comes back and he's like, yeah, it's just my opinion, which I'm allowed to have. Which in my comment, I never said dude was not allowed to have an opinion, right? Never said that. But then, so I came back and I'm basically saying like, dude, I bet in less than 8 years there, a woman will come into your life. It'll completely change it for the better, and you'll look back on this stuff and laugh, right? Now, is that actually going to happen? I have no idea, dude. But 100%, dude, the chick or the dude that you're meant to be with is out there, right? And don't miss the opportunity with him or her just because you're super duper dedicated to being single, right? Like, being single is great. You can do a lot of growing being single. You have a lot of freedom. You don't have to answer to anybody. I agree with all that, right? Like, it gives you the kind of freedom where you can live with your parents, right? And nobody's going to judge you for that. And the ones that are going to judge you for it are on YouTube. So do they really matter? I'm not going to hate on you for it. I probably have in a video before being funny, but to be honest, when I got divorced the first time, I was that miserable dude you're talking about, right? Like, I was miserable. My self-confidence was at like 0, right? Like all-time low, 0 confidence, none, at all. Like when she told me she wanted a divorce, I literally thought my life was over. Now, this was 12 years ago now. And I wish I could go back, put my arm around that dude that I was, you know, at 20, 26, 27, I could put my arm around him and say, hey, big dog, it's going to be all right, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you know, you're more than what you think you are, right? And after that, I lived on my own for a while, dude. And it was that year I lived on my own was probably one of the best years of my whole life, right? Even compared to now, right? Like, I'm happily married. I love my life right now. But that year that I was single, living in that apartment by myself, I was getting my kids 50% of the time. The other 50% of the time I was working, and I didn't have no personal life or anything. That's not what I wanted. I'm not a super, I know I kind of seem like it on YouTube. I'm not the most social dude on the planet. Like, I'd much rather talk to somebody on the phone than like go to your house and sit on your couch and like watch a ball game together, right? Like, I'd much rather just talk to somebody for 2 or 3 hours a day. That's just me. Right, but then I moved in with some people, right? And then after that, that went super sour. Like, I had some roommates. I moved to a bigger city, had some roommates, and that went really bad. Because they were a couple, and I don't think they liked me being around because I was kind of like a third wheel. They were great people. And it was a lot of fun living together for a while because we were like all friends and stuff. But I think they just outgrew me as a couple, right? And after that, I had to move back in with my parents or my mom for a little while. And I never actually lived on my own after that. I moved in with a girl. We were dating pretty heavy for like 3 years. Those were really great times. But everything seems great compared to my first marriage, right? Nothing against her. She's a great mother. But we got married super young and we were not compatible. So that was a miserable. So every point in my life after that seems better by comparison. And then from there, I went over the road, right? And then, over the road, the relationship didn't work out. So technically, I was living back at my mom's because I was over the road. I'd come home for 2 or 3 days, stay at my mom's. I'd sleep on the couch just like you do. Kids would sleep, you know, my parents had 3 bedrooms. They had a room. I wanted my kids to have their own room, so, you know, my daughter stayed in one room, my son stayed in the other room, and I'd sleep on the couch. A couple days, we'd do whatever, woo, 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 back on the road. Did that all through the 3 years I did OTR, and then I did a year of regional, and then a year of regional, and while I was regional, I was living at my mom's too, because I was home 3-4 nights a week, but I just didn't feel like I didn't feel like getting my own place, right? And then I get the local job where I'm at now. By this point, I've saved up some money. I get my own apartment, and I lived by myself until I moved in with the woman I'm currently married to, right? I don't know why I said all that. I don't know why I said all that, but that's me, right? I guess I was just trying to say that, you know, you can be really, really, really happy single, which if I'm single, I see the point of being single, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the freedom. I enjoy the personal growth. I think it's awesome, and I think it's awesome you're single, right? But I also see the value in marriage, right? Because I feel like just as human beings, we're kind of meant to pair off and complete each other, right? Because there's things that women are really good at, and there's things that men are really good at. Now, current civilization, right? Those roles kind of get blended a little bit, right? And nowadays, you almost need to be like, this ain't my case, but a lot of people almost need to get married or cohabitate just to pay their bills, right? A lot of people do. You know, a lot of people could not afford, you know, the life they want to live, like you, for example, right, Ramos? Because I'm still talking to you technically. You could probably live on your own, right? But you're not going to have money living by yourself, right? Like, you would have to get an apartment by yourself, or I guess you could get roommates, but if you got a place by yourself, you would not be able to afford to, like, live this, you know, kind of free and easy lifestyle, right? And that's kind of part of growing up. And dude, by no means am I hating on you right now, right? But, like, this is just, you know, I'm a little bit older than you, 6-7 years older than you. Believe it or not, you know, I've kind of been where you were. It's nice to live with your parents and have extra money to just blow however you want to blow it. Been there, done that, right? But it's part of growing up. And I'm not saying you're not an adult. I'm not saying you're not grown up. But part of growing up is putting that stuff away, right? Putting that kid stuff away, right? Going to the bars, you know, the hookah lounges, the, you know, whatever, right? It's putting that stuff away and saying, because real freedom is not only being single, but being single and living by yourself, right? Now you got to trade some of that freedom for money so that you can live that lifestyle, right? You got to trade it a little bit, right? Right now, you would rather live with your parents, which, like I said, I'm not judging. I've done it. I probably was doing it around the same age you were. Maybe a little older, right? Because, I mean, 5 years ago, I was 34. I think that's or not even 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago, probably. 5-6 years ago. So, yeah, I was probably exactly your age living with my parents. right? But when I got my own apartment, man, it was so much nicer. And when I had my apartment back when I was like 27, right? It was a beater of an apartment, right? Like, but I loved it, man. There was 2 bedrooms. I had a room for my kids and a room for me. It's super tiny, and I just, it was a good time. It was a good time. But I don't know, man. That's where I'm at with that. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I don't really want to get on here and just bash people. Talk about their sexuality. Try to figure out, where people were. And look, man, like, I'm not gonna get on here and pretend like I'm better than anybody, right? I've looked at people's Facebooks, I've never been good at it, like the Google and stuff. So I've never, but I've done all kinds of messed up stuff out here. So I'm not gonna get on here and try to pretend like I did it the right way and I'm better than anybody, because I'm not, man. I've been a bad guy, a real bad guy. But I don't want to do it anymore, man. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to watch people's videos just to critique them. Yeah. I just don't want to do it, man. I'm not going to. Like I said, man, I've got way bigger stuff going on. You guys aren't really going to care about it, but this is 32 minutes into the video, so it is what it is. But I'm trying to get more involved in my church. Last time I said that, I got a lot of crap for it. It is what it is, man. That's honestly like the most important thing to me right now. And when I'm doing this YouTube stuff, like the way I was doing it on here, that is not, it's like if you look at what I was doing and like, it was an iceberg, right? So what you guys were seeing was just a tiny, tiny bit of it on the surface, right? But there's all this iceberg underneath the water, right? And when I look at what I was doing and I looked at who I was, I didn't see Christ in it, right? I didn't, and I don't feel like I'm living a good enough life to get on here and say, oh, you guys need to do exactly what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not there. Like, I know what I know, and I know what I don't know. But that is the most important thing to me right now, is my own personal walk with Jesus Christ, right? And you guys can think whatever you want about that or about me or whatever. It doesn't necessarily matter. That's just who I am right now. I got married July 20th, right, which was a Saturday. Juneteenth was a Friday. So I got married on a Saturday, and I did not go to church on the 21st. But every single week since then, I have gone to church. Through all this stuff, through all the getting on YouTube and screaming, like, to the point to where I went to my pastor and I explained to him what I was doing on YouTube, because I felt so bad about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that level of that level of how much this is bothering me, right? And I'm not going to get on here and blame anybody. Nobody made me do this. Nobody. I liked it. And that's part of the problem, right? Like when I'm really getting on here and I'm really bashing on people, like I have a lot of fun doing it. And that's some me stuff I'm having to work through right now. And I am, right? Like I am working through it. I'm doing a Bible study with, you know, the like men in my church. We're all doing a Bible study together called Dialed In, where we're basically working on like being a man in Christ, right? Is what it is. And I know through part of that, I'm gonna have to give this stuff up, because I can't go to my church and look people in the eye and be the guy I want to be in my real life if I'm on YouTube bashing people, right? So it's not going to work out, right? It's not you, it's me. It's me. I'm the one that's changing. You are perfect the way you are. I'm the one that needs work. I'm the one working on myself. I'm changing. Right? And that's why I'm saying this is the end of the road for this channel. Right? So maybe that's why this video is so long, is because I don't necessarily want it to end. I think, like I said, I'm going to start making videos on that other channel. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to put this video on that other channel, and I'm going to share it on this channel. Right? Or I'm going to put it on that channel, but I'm going to share it on the channel I'm leaving. Right? Less people will see it that way. It'll be less embarrassing. Because I did apologize in this video earlier, which I've always been dumb about, right? Like I don't like apologizing. That's one of my bad habits. So I'll probably just move everything over there. And like I said, this channel, I'm probably gonna take by this channel, I mean the other channel now. I'm gonna quit, because if I start going down that rabbit hole, it's gonna be like Inception up in this thing. So yeah. Anyway, I need to take everything down off there anyway, because that channel's being attacked, and I'm not saying it's being wrongfully attacked. Look, if you guys have ever heard of Icarus, right? I can't remember what the dad's name was, right? But Icarus and his dad were like stuck on an island, and they made these wings out of like tar and feathers. And the dad flew low and slow and was just fine, but Icarus flew as high and as fast as he could, and he got too close to the sun. His wings melted and he dropped to the ground. I was Icarus. I flew too high and I got too close to the sun. Now I'm on my way down, right? But look, if you guys do like this kind of, or do like that kind of stuff, right? That kind of stuff is still going to exist, right? Go check out Juan Cordova. Go check out Fact Checking. Go check out Elite Rants. Right? Go check those dudes out. Right? they're still, I mean, as far as I know, they're still going to be doing the stuff. Right? I just, like the Bible study says, man, I got to get dialed in. But I did talk about some people in this video, so if I offended any of you guys, I apologize. If you choose to continue following this journey, right, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Comment down below. Let me know you're following along. Let me know if you're curious, if you've got any questions, any of that stuff. Let me know down in the comments. Anybody I offended, anybody who feels personally attacked by me, this is the best I can do, right? Is I apologize. Okay? Now, I've done better than an apology. I've listed off all the things I feel like I've done wrong. That's all you're getting out of me, okay? I'm moving forward. You are in the past, okay? There are going to be some people I'm still going to watch, right? Like, I'm still going to watch Fact Checking. I'm still going to watch Juan. I'm still going to watch Elite. I'm still going to watch, probably still going to watch Unfiltered. Probably still going to watch Big Belly Bumbles. But other than that, man, I'm probably not going to watch anything else, you know? And maybe I'll keep evolving and I'll get to a point to where I can't really watch this stuff at all anymore. I don't know. You know, I'm 39 years old. I am still growing and evolving as a man. Will I stumble? Will I fall? Probably. Probably. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to get on here and claim to be. Ever. I'll leave you with this, though. I'm not good. No one's good. No one on earth is good. But thankfully, we don't have to be. Right? We don't have to be good. Right? None of us are good enough to make it to heaven on our own. Right? But thankfully, God sent His Son to earth. Right? God came down to earth as His Son, lived a life that was human, with all the pain, all the struggle, all the temptation, all the tribulations of earth, right? He did all that and died for us. So that even though we're not good, we still, as long as we accept Jesus into our lives and we believe that He's the Son of God and He is the only way to heaven, and you do those two things, you will be changed, committed to God, which is where I'm trying to be, right? You'll be committed and you'll have a shot. And it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. People will call you fake. People will use you to attack Christianity as a whole, right? People will use you to tear something down, right? But it's important to remember, God picks the worst to do the most. Now, I don't think I'm the worst, which probably means I am. And I probably ran a lot of you guys off. But that's just what was on my heart, guys. I'm just fine. Appreciate you guys checking in on me. Maybe I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.